people. Welcome to this week's vlog. It is currently Tuesday and it's 4:15. And this week, I don't really know what my plans are. I'm having a pretty chilled week because still not feeling the greatest. Like, mental health is just not doing its best. So I don't have much plans, but what I do want to do is reading. And that is what a lot of you are here for, so I'm going to be doing some reading. I am currently reading a Becky Chambers one at the moment, a Pam, can never remember the name of it, but I'm about 40 or 50 pages into it, and I think it's only about 130 pages, so I should finish that very shortly. This week I also need to film my September TBR. I also need to do my reading wrap up, so I'm probably going to get that done tonight because that's the 29th of August, so that's got to be, well, today's the 29th of August, so I've only got one day left of August, so I want to get them edited, uploaded and ready to go. And yeah, that is pretty much all that's going on at the moment. Daniel is not feeling the best. He's a bit under the weather. He does not have the C word, but he's just not feeling very well, so I think he's actually currently sleeping. Morty and Frankie were at the vets for the yearly checkup today. Everything went well, and little NASA Pants, his wound is looking so much better this week. See, trying to put antiseptic on that boy is an absolute nightmare, and see, try to do it first thing in the morning before you're leaving for the office, not the greatest, but he does succumb eventually. You just have to tease him with strokes and like let him know that everything's going to be okay, and then eventually he lets you do it, but you've kind of got to be chasing him around the living room to get to that stage because he thinks it's a fun game and that you want to chase him, and all you want to do is clean his wound. But it has come down in size, it is looking really healthy, and there's no signs of infection, so that is excellent news. Cat-wise, we still have them separated at the moment because until NASA heals, I don't want there to be any kind of interaction. So we have the house closed off on both sides, which is a nightmare, but this is just the things you have to do when you're trying to merge cats together and two of them are just not getting on. Eventually one day I want it to be a stage that they either become friends or they just ignore each other. I really don't want them to just ignore each other, but if that is the way that it has to be, then that is the way it has to be. Out of 5 cats, the fact that 4 of them have like blended nicely together, so like NASA has blended with the other 3 boys and Frankie has blended in with the other 3 boys. Obviously Morty, his brother, he had blended in with him anyway, but you know what I mean. So yes, another day, another week of trying to keep 5 cats all happy at the same time. It's a lot, but luckily Daniel is also here, so I'm not doing it by myself. But anyways, I am gonna go make myself a cup of tea because I'm so thirsty, and then I'm gonna go check in on Daniel. I do think he is sleeping though, so I'm gonna go check in on him and see how he is doing, and also check on Frankie and Morty because they have been at the vets today and they got like their vaccines and things, so just check in on them. And yeah, don't know if I'm gonna film any more today, but we'll just have to wait and see. So this is the book I was reading because I just could not remember the name. So a Pam for the Siggy. That's just Siggy climbing behind the TV up and over the top of it. So a Pam for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. It's a monk and robot book. There is 2 of them in the series, I believe, and it's about a monk who basically wants to become like a tea monk and his journey becoming a tea monk and how difficult it is to get people to come and speak to you and tell you their problems and offer them a cup of tea while they can share their problems. That's kind of what's going on so far. And then there's an element of it where robots and things have kind of decided that they want their own voice, and they don't, like, they've been built but they want their own voice and they want their own lives, and it's a really good concept and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm only 48 pages in, so there's still a little way to go. But I mean, it is very short. It's only like 150 pages. I thought it was about 130, but it's 150. So I'm quite excited to see where it goes in this very small packed book. Also, the cost of these books is crazy considering how small they are. It seems to be the same with like Shauna Maguire as well. Her books are very small yet pricey. I get it because I I still buy it. Thankfully, Daniel bought me this as a present to congratulate me for getting my new job. But I was a bit upset with him that he bought it from Waterstones because you can get it slightly cheaper on Amazon. I know we shouldn't be like all about Amazon or anything, but we're in a financial world where money is important and we need to save where we can, and that includes some books. So I am gonna do a little reading sprint and get some of this knocked out this evening, and then I'm gonna make dinner because Daniel is sleeping. He's put on Howl's Moving Castle and he is fast asleep. I'm a tiny little bit upset with him that he's put that on without me, but he's sick, so I can't be mad at him. But I love Howl's Moving Castle and now I want to watch it. So I want to get a good bit of this read, and then I think I'm probably going to watch Howl's Moving Castle or Spirited Away. And the weather outside is diabolical. It is pouring with rain, and it's perfect reading time and watching a movie time. So that is the plans for this evening. Hello, my beautiful people. I feel like I have not spoken to you in so long, and for that I am sorry. It is Friday. It is 10:15. I had excuse me, Sigs is just going to the bathroom. I had the worst migraine today. Like, it was awful, and I just feel so run down and shitty. So I took the day off work and I actually just slept all day, and I woke up and I still don't feel the best. I feel like I'm getting some kind of cold or something. Daniel's had like the flu all week, so I'm really hoping that that is not coming my way. But update wise, I finished a PAM for the Wild Built. A PAM for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. Absolutely loved it. Give it 4 stars. It's such a good book that makes you think about a lot of things in life that you maybe should think about, and views things in like such a beautiful way. It's honestly so good. And I started, excuse me Ziggy, I started the second book and I'm now 16% through that because I'm reading that one on the Kindle because I don't own it physically, but I will definitely be buying it physically because it was so good. So that is what I am planning on reading this weekend because they're really short books, so it shouldn't take me too long. And then we went food shopping tonight once I surfaced back onto the planet, just to get some fresh air, and we needed to get like toilet paper and all that boring stuff. So we went to Aldi, we went to Asda, we got all that stuff. We've not long had dinner, which is really late for me, but never mind. But we were in Asda and we had went into the book section, and there's like an Asda rewards app that you can basically get, and I had a £10 voucher on there, so I decided to get myself A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing. She wrote the book My Lovely Wife, and that is in my top favourites. Like, I absolutely love that thriller, so good. So I am hoping for great things for this. I didn't even know she had this book coming out, so I'm quite excited that I have it, and I feel like this will be an October read because I love a little thriller and like something spooky and horror like in October. I cannot wait to pick my TBR for that. I'm very excited. But yeah, so that is what I got, and then Daniel got Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow because I have ranted and raved about that book for so long, so he decided to pick himself up a copy as well, so he got that today. So that was our book haul. Sorry, Ziggy is going wild. But anyway, we are in the process of watching At Home with the Furies, so we are going to watch another couple of episodes of that, then I'm going to go to bed. And then this weekend's going to be quite chill. Zigs! It's going to be quite chill. It's not going to be anything too heavy because I need to recharge and just feel better for next week. I've only got 2 weeks left of work. I don't know how that 2 weeks has just passed. And then in 2 weeks' time, Ziggy! I'm going to be starting my new job. And that is just wild. And I'm so excited for a new adventure. So excited. I've like just signed my contract and everything. And it's such a scary time for like change. I'm not very good with change like at all. And like in my head, I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Should I leave the job that I'm in to go to a new one? Like, is this a good idea? But yeah, it is a good idea. And I'm going to be a lot happier. And there's a lot of benefits in this job that I can't get in my current job. So it just makes sense. But I'm gonna go because Ziggy is clawing at the food box. That is what that noise is. He's just not long had his dinner as well, and he's just clawing at the box because this is what he does. But yeah, cat wise, NASA Pants, his wound is almost healed. We have been using this antiseptic spray for animals. If you have pets out there and any of them get cuts or wounds or anything like that, this stuff is honestly the best. Like, it is so good. I got it off Amazon. I think it was like £8 or something. I bought this small bottle of it that you have to dilute in boiling water, and that process was taking so long to do. But this smells like a swimming pool, and apparently that's what it's meant to smell like. But it's non-toxic, non-irritant. They can lick it, like, it's not going to harm them. But it heals wounds so fast. Like, there's been such a difference using the spray bottle instead of diluting the other stuff. It's just so powerful. So if you ever need that, that is a tip for you. But anyway, I've been talking for 5 minutes, so I'm gonna pop off and watch some TV with Daniel and then get myself to bed. Hello my beautiful people, happy Saturday. It is 20 to 4 in the afternoon, and I have been busy doing all the housework and doing so much washing because it's such a beautiful day outside and it's the perfect drying clothes weather. You all know the drill at the weekend. I am feeling a bit under the weather, thank you Daniel. So Daniel's been ill like all week, and I now have it, so that's fantastic. I'm very excited about that. So just feeling a bit rubbish. I have spent some of my morning reading Crown of the Shy something, the second in the Pam of the Wild Built Becky Chambers series. I can never remember what they're called. I'm on the second one of that. I think I'm like 60% through, and it says that I've only got like 50 minutes left of it, so I'm away to sit down and basically read the rest of that. I'm gonna get that finished, and then that's another book under my belt. And then I really don't know what I'm gonna read next. I'm a bit stumped as to what to read next. I don't know whether to read Hook, Line and Sinker, because maybe I just need something a little bit smutty. But I also feel like I want to read something on my Kindle because I don't really want to be carting books backwards and forwards to work next week. And with my new job, I want to get into the habit of using my Kindle more, so I'm not carrying books backwards and forwards. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to read next. This book that I am reading, so the second in the Becky Chambers series, is sitting at 4-star as well. I have the same thoughts and feelings as I had about the first one. It just has so much insightful tidbits of life and your understanding of life and your understanding of humanity, and it's just really beautifully written, and I'm really, really enjoying it. This one I would say I'm enjoying more than the first one. I don't actually have a reason why. I just feel like I'm gelling with this one a lot more because I know the characters. I feel like in the first one it was only 152 pages and you didn't get to know the characters fully, whereas the second one you're kind of discovering their thoughts and feelings a bit more. And I just love the relationship between the monk and the robot, and like how they're learning about each other and how one thing affects one of them, and just learning from each other is just, it's just so good. I think there's going to be a third in the series. I'm hoping there's going to be a third in the series because it's just magical. And if you've not read it and you're thinking about reading it, or you've not heard of it before, then please pick it up because it is just so good. But I am going to go make myself a cup of tea because my throat is burning. It is not the C word. It is just, I don't know what on earth it is, but it's just some sort of plague that we've both been riddled with. Daniel's at work just now, but he will be home shortly. And I'm gonna go check on the washing quickly just to see if it's dry, and if it is then I can take it inside and then I don't have to go outside again today. But we will wait and see, because I might go and see Holly and Jay later on. I'm not entirely sure, because I want to see how Holly got on at college, because Holly started college this week, so I want to see how that went. I have obviously spoken to her, but I want to see her in person to see how it went. So I am possibly going to do that. I don't know. Daniel and I might just have a cozy night in. We're still watching At Home with the Furies. I think we've only got like 2 or 3 episodes left of that, so we can maybe bash that out this evening. But we will just have to wait and see. But yeah, this was a long update. Good morning, my beautiful people. Happy Sunday. It is time for the Halloween mugs to come back out. I got this one in TK Maxx last year, I think. It's got like a plaid sort of thing going on there. I did not finish A Prayer for the Crown Shy yesterday. I am 87%, so I'm away to go finish that. My Kindle says I've got 14 minutes left, so I'm away to go do that. Daniel is still sleeping. I am still not feeling the best, but I'm not feeling worse, so that is something. So I'm gonna go put sprints on, gonna get this book finished, and then I have come to an impasse because I have no idea what I'm gonna read next. So watch this space and hopefully we will find out. Today is pajama day. Daniel and I are not leaving the house, we're not doing anything. I went to Holly and Jay's last night and we were watching the boxing, and I got home at like 10:30. And then hung out with Daniel for a little bit while he was playing FIFA, and then we both went to bed about 12:30. It's only 8:30 just now, so it's still pretty early, but I've been awake for a while. I feel like I need to sneeze. Ugh. But I have no plans apart from reading today. There is football at 12. So I said to Daniel that I was going to read my book with my headphones in while he watched football through here. So that'll be on till about 2:30, 3. But I want to set myself a little challenge. Now, we all know that these don't go the best, but I'm going to try. I want to read for at least 5 hours today. I think it's totally doable. It's 8:30 in the morning. I can read 5 hours over the space of the day. Surely. But we will wait and see. If I pick up a book that makes me slumpy or I don't like, then it's going to be game over. But yeah, aim to read for 5 hours. That is a mini challenge that I will probably fail on, and future Katie will tell you she failed on it, but I'm going to try. Some time has passed. The pleats are out. It's like 23 degrees or something outside. I really want to get some of the sun. It's 3:20. I finished the second in the Monk and Robot series by Becky Chambers and gave it 4 stars. Absolutely loved it. Like I said before, I just love how it teaches you and reminds you about humanity. It's just great. And then I started the Bandit Queens. I'm about 22% into that and I'm really enjoying it. So far I've read for 2.5 hours, so I only have 2.5 left to go. So that's not bad going. But the Bandit Queens is about this woman whose husband disappeared like 5 years ago, and everyone in the village just assumes that she's killed him. And then all these women are kind of coming to her to try and dispose of their husbands because they think that she got away with it 5 years ago. That's Ziggy, just ignore. So it's kind of just her, like everybody in the village is kind of scared of her. They buy all these like wedding type jewelry pieces from her because they think it's bad luck and their marriage isn't going to last if they don't buy it from her. And she's just playing along with it. Now, I don't know if she actually has killed her husband or not, or if he just genuinely disappeared. We don't know that yet. But it's very good. It's sitting at a solid 5 stars already, and that's only 25% in. So I'm going to read a little bit more of that. And then I want to get outside for at least an hour. Daniel is currently playing FIFA. He's got, I think, like 9 games or something left for like the weekend tournament thing. Because football is finished and he watched that and the team won, so thank the Lords. But yeah, I'm going to read for the next hour, and then I think I'll go outside when it's not as hot because I burn quite badly My throat is just coming and going as it pleases. So I've got a nice cup of tea and I'm going to try and help soothe that because I'm back in the office tomorrow and I'm trying so hard not to get the Sunday blues. So I am going to continue reading on my Kindle and yeah. You are never going to believe it. I have read for 5 hours today. Remember that challenge I set myself earlier on and I said I'm probably not going to be able to do it? I did it. And I got 60% of the way through the Bandit Queen. It says I've only got 3 hours and 5 minutes left. So that's incredible. That is so much reading that I have done. So well done me. I have passed the challenge that I have set myself. It is currently 10 to 8. I need to go take the washing in because it's still outside. I just wanted to persevere and try and get this 5 hours done. If I hadn't went outside to the garden, I think I maybe would have failed. But thankfully I went out and I did not fail. So I'm going to go take the clothes in, get myself a shower, because you know when you put suntan lotion on and your skin just feels icky afterwards? That's kind of how it feels just now. So I feel like I need to go have a shower and wash all of that off. And then I'm going to get myself to bed because I've got work in the morning and I need to be up at 5:30. So whether I'm going to read a little bit more this evening, I do not know. I'm just going to have to wait and see. I might just have to watch TV and unwind before I go to sleep. But then again, I'm enjoying this book so much that I kind of want to persevere and read the rest of it. And I'm like, could I do it tonight? Could I read a whole book in a day? Like, that concept just seems bizarre to me, especially like a normal size book. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I'm going to end it here just because I want to get it edited and uploaded before I go to bed, because I do not want to have to stay up late because it's not exporting, because exporting is literally one of the things that does my head in. It just never works first time. So I have finished 2 books. I read both Monk, Robot and Robot series, the first 2 books of Becky Chambers, and I've read 60% of the Bandit Queen. I also started listening to The Neighbours Next Door or something along the lines. It's an audiobook about a family. The mum and dad basically are not very good to their children, and it's a lot. It's quite heavy and very, very dark, but it's like true and it happened to people and it's horrific. I think I've only got 3 hours of that left, so I'm going to get that finished next week. So I'll be taking that into next week. I'll be taking The Bandit Queens into next week because the likelihood of me reading for another 3 hours is probably pretty slim. But yeah, what adventures we will do next week, I do not know. You'll just have to wait and see. The Bandit Queen was not my TBR, so that's a great start. The second in the Becky Chambers series, I can't remember if that was even on my TBR. I think it was. I honestly can't remember. But anyway, we're off to a great start in September. We are reading books, but we're just not reading the books that we're supposed to be reading. But never mind. I will see you all next time, same place. See you later.